Matter of fact, before they stopped it, I said every time I stop somebody, I called it out.
Every time he come in the corner and talk to you, I said, yo, what you doing?
Say about the charges against you.
Gervonta, you was charged.
You got nothing to say, guys. Come with me. I'm your father.
Did you punch that woman in the face?
You got nothing to say.
What happens when loyalty is broken and old friends turn into rivals? This isn't just another boxing feud. Gervonta "Tank" Davis, fresh out of court after a federal raid, is making waves for a shocking punch, but the target, none other than his former coach, Calvin Ford, the man who stood by him through everything. Outside the courthouse, tensions exploded, and Tank didn't hold back. You won't believe how it all went down. Alright, boxing fans, today, we're diving into one of the most intense and unexpected stories in the sport. Gervonta "Tank" Davis, the knockout machine, is in the headlines again, but this time, it's not for his skills in the ring. Just days after a federal raid uncovered illegal items at his home, Tank's life is spiraling and in a shocking turn. He just got into a fistfight outside court with his own longtime mentor, Calvin Ford.
You're right, I'm like a father figure to a lot of my guys because one thing I did accept to care about the fighters.
So, how did everything fall apart so quickly? What exactly did the feds find in Gervonta's house? And why did he lash out at the very man who helped shape him into a champion? Buckle up, we're breaking down this chaotic story that's turning the Tank Davis we all thought we knew into someone completely unrecognizable.
The charger, man. The charger. Ain't nobody.
Get anything on you?
Stay with him. I'm at my house.
Okay, I don't know. I'm asking you. Gotta ask you. Who was in the car?
This is my car. She took my car.
Who is she to you?
We'll just be right here. My child mother.
Oh, okay. All right. Does she have any weapons?
No.
All right. Well, just put down your phone for now, sir. What's your name?
15, I go.
Gervonta.
Gervonta. What?
Let's go back to the moment that sent everything spiraling, the federal raid. Armed with a warrant, law enforcement stormed Tank's home and reportedly found more than just a few hidden secrets. We're talking illegal drugs and firearms. Not just any guns, but allegedly unregistered ones. This wasn't some routine search. It was a carefully planned move by the feds, part of a bigger investigation into Tank's personal life and connections.
You gotta make sure you say it right. Watch.
Tank has always been known for his tough, no-nonsense attitude, and he's shrugged off scandals before, but this was different. The raid triggered a chain reaction that put his entire life and career at risk. For most fighters, this kind of trouble could be career-ending, but for Tank, it wasn't just the legal battle weighing him down. This time, he felt something deeper: betrayal from the very people he once trusted and respected.
Calvin Ford, what does he mean to you when you hear that name? What does he mean when you first hear that?
A father.
Mm-hmm.
Father. And then he's one of the guys that held a lot of this, like this whole family together.
Mm-hmm.
Him with Kenny, but for sure, like them two, they held the whole camp together.
Mm-hmm.
For sure.
Wouldn't be here without him? Would you say that? Without Calvin?
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be here without him. Just off of the fact of when I was coming to the gym, I was getting that love that I ain't have at home type stuff. So it was always like, Calvin, saying I walked through the gym, Calvin, like looking for him type stuff.
He told me he used to come to the gym and you'd be outside, sleep in front of the gym, in front of the door.
Yeah, I used to run from I go to school, and then from school, I go straight to the gym, don't tell my grandma or nothing.
With everything piling up, Tank's mental state was already fragile. So when he arrived at court to face charges from the federal raid, emotions were at an all-time high. Imagine walking into that courthouse, not just as a champion, but as a defendant, carrying the weight of the accusations, the possible fallout, and the sting of betrayal. But Tank wasn't alone. Right beside him was Calvin Ford, the man who shaped him, guided him, and turned him into a warrior both in and out of the ring. The world had always seen them as an unbreakable duo. Ford was more than just a coach. He was like a father, the mentor who built Tank into the fighter he is today. But on this day, everything changed.
Remember Calvin used to fuss at the guys that was coming up with me, and they was in the streets a lot. He was telling them, like, you can't have 1 feet in and 1 feet out. You gotta be, like, all the way in it.
Witnesses outside the courtroom say things got heated, really heated. Tank was reportedly shouting, cursing, and pacing like a fighter ready to explode. Calvin Ford tried to calm him down, but Tank wasn't listening. Then, in an instant, Tank's fist landed right on Calvin's face.
And the fighters come to that corner, you got to have some type of answer for them. You have to have some type of answer for them. Make sure you got the right people that you trust to give you the answer.
And this wasn't just a shove or a heated exchange. Tank hit Ford with the same devastating left hook that knocked out Frank Martin.
Oh, left uppercut. Down goes Martin! Mamma mia! 6, 7. It's when Tank Davis scripts this stuff.
What could make Tank punch his own trainer? According to those close to the situation, it wasn't just one thing. It was a storm of emotions, a buildup of frustration that finally exploded. Tank felt betrayed by the people he trusted most. First it was Floyd, and now Calvin. Word is he found out that Ford had been talking to Mayweather Promotions again, and to Tank, that was the ultimate act of disloyalty. I'm out.
Another thing I want to touch on is the Floyd situation. You know, Floyd is Floyd. That's like I say, Tank is Tank, man. But at the end of the day, you know, the man is chasing greatness. And you should be supporting that. I always tell you that. You should be supporting that, you know. It's a rocky road that we're seeing what's going on. Just pay attention, man. The story is going to rebuild itself, you know. But again, that's how you burn bridges. Somebody said this is the true colors of a person that's coming out, man. They can't stand it, you know. Calm is it. I don't like using that word calm, you know, but our Lord knows. He knows. He knows. He knows.
To Tank, it must have felt like Calvin was picking Floyd's side, going behind. His back at the worst possible time. And for someone like Tank, loyalty is everything. Seeing his own mentor, his supposed father figure, possibly playing both sides. That was the ultimate betrayal. Rumors had been swirling that Floyd was always trying to control Tank's career, pushing his influence over every decision. Calvin, on the other hand, wanted to be the one guiding Tank, while Floyd acted like he was still calling the shots. Tank grew frustrated with Floyd's constant interference, especially as Floyd pushed for more control. Meanwhile, Calvin tried to stay neutral, keeping the peace between both sides. But in the end, playing the middle ground only made things worse, because when the truth came out, it was Calvin who paid the price.
So we talked about Tank in the business now. There's talk that he could be leaving Mayweather Promotions. He said he was to Brian Custer that, you know, this is his last fight.
Everybody missing, he's leaving. It's business.
Right, for sure.
If it's good business, we're going to do what? Business.
For sure.
We're not leaving each other. It's just not on contract.
Okay. So you're still going to do business with Mayweather?
I got you.
Right.
You have to do business. They brothers.
Right.
They brothers. And you got to remember, they the best in boxing. You got Al and Floyd. Come on.
But it's just good. How excited for you for him to have that flexibility?
It's good because Canelo do it. Ron Garcia, I mean not Ron. Garcia did it. It's been done.
Right.
It's been done. You know what I'm saying?
The fallout from that punch is already making waves, and opinions are split. Some say Tank crossed the line. No matter how angry he was, hitting his own mentor is something you can't take back. Others argue that Tank was pushed to his breaking point, that he's always lived by his own rules and doesn't tolerate betrayal.
He trusts the people that he put his son around. Did that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
He trusts the people and they don't have malice of actually trying to move them or separate them from each other.
Calvin Ford definitely took the worst hit, literally and figuratively. No matter which side people take, one thing is clear. The bond between Tank and Ford is shattered for good. Moving forward, Tank is turning the page with a new trainer, and he's not settling for just anyone. He's bringing in Derek James, a coach known for molding champions like Errol Spence Jr. and Jermell Charlo. By choosing James, Tank is making a bold statement. He's leveling up his training and leaving Ford, along with their past loyalty, behind. But here's where things get really interesting. Derek James isn't new to Tank's game. In fact, he trained Frank Martin, Tank's most recent opponent. That means James has spent time studying Tank's style, figuring out ways to beat him. Now, instead of strategizing against Tank, he's the one preparing him for his next fight against Lamont Roach.
Y'all gotta watch these guys,
right,
man.
He's a good fighter, yeah.
He was a Golden Glove champ from Indianapolis, right?
That's right. National Golden Glove champ, yeah.
Yeah, man, and he's got some skills, dog. Like I was like, that's a good one to add to the squad. If you're gonna add one.
How old is he?
I think he's like 26.
Okay.
So he's still young.
Yes, young.
Yeah.
Still, and listen, this thing about it, he's still getting better. He's still, because this is our third fight together. So you gotta understand that, like, once he gets everything I'm telling him, the growth process, he's gonna be amazing. And listen, he may be fighting for a world championship pretty soon. So
I was gonna say I wouldn't mind watching him and Gervonta Davis.
Yeah, the same way, yeah.
Yeah, like
they've sparred before the same way, same way.
Oh, they have sparred before?
They sparred before, yeah.
How'd that go?
I don't know. I went. Yeah. I wasn't there.
What you think about Gervonta Davis?
I like him. I like him as an individual, man. I like him. I mean, I know him, and I like him. I think it'll be a good fight. I think that Frank matches up pretty well.
Yeah.
But most of the guys that Gervonta, I think, will be probably the toughest one.
But here's the craziest part. Calvin knows Tank inside and out. They've spent years training together, building strategies, sharpening strengths, and covering weaknesses. If anyone holds the key to beating Tank, it's Calvin. And now, with him back in Mayweather Promotions, he has the chance to use all that knowledge against Tank. Imagine him sharing those insights with other fighters under Floyd's wing, or even training a new rising star to take on Tank. This could be a huge advantage for Floyd's camp, and Tank knows it. This isn't just a personal fallout, it's a strategic blow that could come back to haunt him in the ring.
Tank was the first one in the gym, the last one out the gym. Tank used to sit on the ring like this and watch me train him.
How old is he at this point?
He was like 7, 8.
Okay.
A lot of stuff that I was giving my son was giving it to Tank. So it was a perfect fit. Tank was like the family, you know what I'm saying? And he used to sit at the table because I had another kid named Ramon Manning. He liked to play with them guns, you know what I'm saying? And when I lost him, I was hurt because that was my first time losing a fighter that you put so much into. Remember, I said, Tank, my money running out. And he just looked at me and said, believe in me, coach. Believe. That's what did it.
When he said that,
it's still.
Damn.
I don't hear Tank as the day. I hear Tank as that little boy. Believe in me, coach. And he came in the gym one day and he said, Coach, I seen it. I said, what you seen? I had all the belts on me. He said, I'm gonna be that dude. The rest is history.
Damn, I got goosebumps low key. That's kind of crazy.
And if you thought the drama stopped there, think again. Tank has been hinting for a while that he feels like he's being watched, almost stalked by none other than his former promoter, Floyd Mayweather. Yeah, that Floyd Mayweather, the man who once mentored him, guided his career, and helped shape him into a star. But now, Tank sees him as a betrayer, someone who just won't let go. Word on the street is that Floyd might have played a bigger role in Tank's troubles than anyone first realized. Tank has claimed that Floyd had people watching him, spying on his training runs, tracking his movements, and even leaking info to his former opponent, Frank Martin. It's like a real-life boxing drama gone off the rails, but the big question is why? Why would Floyd, the same man who once called Tank the future of boxing, turn against him like this? Is it jealousy, a twisted form of revenge, or is there something even deeper going on?
He the one told Frank that I was running at 7 o'clock in the morning, Friday. He told Frank that. He was giving Frank tips and stuff like that. I seen his people's drop by while I was running. It's cool. It's all right. I don't really think too much of it. He's not gonna hurt me. You know what I mean? So it's good to beef with him than be cool with him because he can do some crazy stuff. He'll put you in bad situations.
Rumors are swirling that Floyd isn't too happy about Tank's skyrocketing fame and his new massive deal, one that reportedly outshines some of Floyd's own past contracts. And for a man like Floyd, who's always been the top dog in boxing, watching Tank's success might be a little too hard to swallow. Could this all come down to ego, a power struggle? Whatever the case, it's clear that this feud is far from over.
Set you off that you was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh, like
he was going at me. He was going at me, and I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. There's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause it's weird. I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it to you?
No, Floyd don't never. He felt as though I'm at that point where as though I passed him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29. You'll see, bro.
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, that's a part of the deal.
He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing
This is exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Tank, no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
And after the brawl with Ford, you can bet Floyd will do everything he can to damage Tank's reputation.
My thing is, I've always been there for him from day one. We had a game plan, and my game plan was to help him become world champion and take things to that next level. And I've always been there for him. And just over the years, you can see I've always been positive, always said great things about him, always pushed him to be great. And, but over the years, it's constantly going on the internet, take a shot at Floyd. Take a shot at Floyd, take a shot at Floyd. Constantly be disrespectful, when all I ever been was respectful to try to help this fighter go as far as he could possibly go. That's all I ever did.
And let's not forget Leonard Ellerbay, the guy who was with Mayweather Promotions for years until he wasn't. He was always in Tank's corner, handling negotiations and promoting his fights.
Roger never got Trainer of the Year when Floyd was Fighter of the Year. Yeah. His dad never got Trainer of the Year. So, you know, I've been openly expressing that. And I think it's time that Calvin gets his just due.
Yeah. Leonard couldn't keep this mess under control. He tried to mediate between Tank and Floyd, but when things fell apart, he stepped back.
I just see Gervonta dominating. Honestly, I just feel like he's just a better fighter all the way around. I know Lamont Roach is a better fighter from back then, but I just can't.
However, Ellerbay still got caught in the crossfire, taking a huge hit to his career. Yep, Floyd fired him as CEO of Mayweather Promotions, and if you're wondering why, let's just say Floyd wasn't too happy about Ellerbay showing up at press conferences with Tank Davis. That's it for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. Drop your thoughts in the comments and stay tuned. We'll catch you in the next one.